we'll take a look at the two new additions from the Street Fighter side of things, and one that we haven't seen for a little while now.
Indeed, Rolento
has
been missing in action. He was also, this was a character invented by a programmer and one of my good friends who now works on Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but his name is Neo G Ishizawa-san, invented Rolento, whose name was originally Lawrence, and then got run through the Japanese ringer from, if you know, the L and the R confusion sometimes, so instead of Lawrence, and they like to slap a vowel on the end of things, so they're not good at ending with a consonant, so it went from Lawrence to Rolento.
There you go, trivia.
Rolento, there you go, just like that. So he's got his classic knife pressure, and you can mix that up so you can do nothing, or go quickly into it. So he's got those kinds of pressures.
So why bring a character like Rolento back?
Fan requests, actually. In this case, a lot of action for Rolento. He's got his classic grenades, which we'll show off in one of the supers. Baton twirl. That's all there.
Okay. That's a lot of hits there.
It is. You can go off the wall into a variety of things. Do a little pipe twirl. He's got his classic. I love his low, strong pipe twirl. I got a lot of use out of that. Crouching fierce, standing fierce. Gets a lot of range as well. Better get him out of there.
All right. Here's Lily.
Go off the wall, or I can do roll into spring forward, roll in nothing. Yeah, so I can do just roll and get out of there.
So how much has the character evolved since the last time that we saw him?
He's got all of his sort of classic moves. So again, Street Fighter X Tekken is not on the character side about reinventing the characters and giving them a bunch of dramatic new moves that they never had before. It's about finding new ways to make those moves work in a new system. So we've got a lot of that, and Rolento, very fun. I like him because he's very good at running away and doing nothing, springing forward. Let's think. What else should we?
Should we do a super?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Our time is out,
over, but
it's not over. You see him a little sneaky smile as he drops the grenades to the ground and sets poor Lily on fire.
That looks like it would actually hurt a bit.
Yes, he does seem to have cheated a bit with not only the baton, but also grenades. Come on.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a martial arts competition. But that's Rolento, basically, yes, in the nutshell.
And Zangief?
Let's bring in the big man. Zangief, also a bit of a classical guy, so you know all of his normals. They work a bit differently now. You can, so I can do, so I can chain. Well, there we go. So you can get. Missed that one, but
and
get his running bear grabs.
Has he changed much at all from Street Fighter 4?
Essentially not. And again, we don't want to change the character, but the way the systems work change everything. So, for instance, if you're jumping, just hold up and down for me for a second. So one more time. You see now when I anti-air you with the lariat, which used to be, we knew what that meant before, now it means something totally different because the rules of the game have changed. So he works in much the same way there. We'll do a tag super, well, let's just do his traditional super here. Let's see if we want to set that up.
What do you need me to do?
You stay still.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh, I blew it. It was too soon. I tried to delay it because that's the nice slow one.
All right. That's okay. And what you showed off there was the the regular light, medium, heavy combo. Is that right?
It was, yeah. We've changed that just a bit.
In what way has it changed now?
The command has changed just a bit, very subtly.
I'll just swap out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's see if we've run out of time. We still have the meter, so I'll be able to bust it out immediately. But basically, it used to be that anytime you tapped heavy attack, whether it be heavy kick or heavy punch, it would launch you immediately into the air. So it would be, that would generate a launch. Now only if I chain will the second strike of the heavy button launch. Because we gotten some feedback on that one that people were launching accidentally, not when they meant to. So now if you're in the middle of a chain, you will get it.
And in the chain, you can do 2 consecutive, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, any chain you can go from light, medium to heavy with any character. So I can There we go. A little 3-hit chain from Zangief, not previously possible. But let's just show the super. That's not the super. It's because it's on kicks, not punches.
Okay.
There's the super.
There it is.
The classic super. He's also got his new team super, which is more of a striking move. He will throw animations in the middle of his team super, but it's more of a strike than it is a single hit, or a grab rather.
Can we talk a little bit about the other new mechanic you introduced this week, and that is Pandora?
Yes, let's run through the Pandora. So I'm going to ask you to do a little beating up of me, or I can beat you up and then show you how it works.
Okay. I think that's probably the more natural way of doing things. Yeah. I'm the punching bag and you're the expert.
This guy builds meter and kills people quite quickly, so I like that. Let's do a quick pile driver there.
And we're just going to beat up Heihachi, don't touch Lily?
Yeah, so there, because we need him to have under 25%. So you see the meter flashing there on the life bar. And the command for Pandora is basically just down, down, and the middle punch, middle kick. It's the sort of that middle punch and middle kick are what you use to use the team supers and the cross counter where you bring in everybody all together at once. And it's also the way you execute Pandora. But Pandora comes at a terrible cost. So you've got your meter already filled up. So I'm just going to quickly burn some meter here, just so you see that you have a little bit less of it.
So
but when I activate Pandora, I will gain full meter for the entire extent of the Pandora. But what it does is the person who executes the Pandora will kill themselves. So you've lost that character immediately. The other character, your teammate, will then come in and be powered up in this Pandora mode. They gain a damage boost, they gain infinite meter, but you'll notice also at the top of the screen there will be a timer that will appear, and that is the new extent of your life. You can see your life counting down, and if you do not KO your opponent by the time this is over, here, let's do it quickly before. So the Pandora, Heihachi's down, in comes Lily. She's sort of the cyber Pandora Lily. You see that meter there? So
the top right side,
But you see she was in the middle of comboing Zangief there, but she didn't get the job done, and she dies immediately. So you really have a very brief period of time to execute it. So because right now there's not any way to combo into it, it's really, it's not what we call a traditional comeback mechanic. It's really a Hail Mary, because in the case of a comeback mechanic in other games like an X Factor or something like that, which grows stronger as you have less and less life, in this case, you can execute it when you're down to only 25% life, but not only do you lose your teammate, which is a very powerful thing in Street Fighter X Tekken, you've also got yourself about 8 seconds to live. So X Factor, there's really no downside to activating it. It's just a straight positive, whereas Pandora has massive, massive negatives.
So in your experience of playing with this so far, like what sort of situations would you use Pandora in?
It is a very desperate kind of move. So if you don't feel confident in your opponent, or you don't have the meter to really call them in interesting ways, time is running down on the clock, and you're below that 25% life, you can execute it. But right now, I'm not. I've been staying away from it because I don't like. I like to create those kinds of guessing games, and Pandora is really such a high stakes gamble. That it's very, very dangerous to execute it. You really have to know you've got your opponent's number and can read them correctly.
So it is possible that we'll see before release some tweaks to how Pandora works, as you've just shown us right now. Is that right?
That's true, but basically we're committed right now to the idea of this gamble where it's not just, you know, when you look at a thing like an Ultra Combo, which you build up for getting beaten down, Ultra Combo is just a positive. The option of Pandora is never just a positive. It's a very, very scary gamble for anybody that wants to do it, because you've got 8 seconds to live after you activate it with only one character. And so you really have to be confident, or really desperately need that meter as the time is running off the clock.